Mike Day, 35. I'm a plumber and a sound engineer, and yeah, that's about it. I was 9 in 1989, and it's kind of embarrassing, but Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, great album. But yeah, I was really into that. So I was really into metal, so when I started getting like palm eating and all that Hesher stuff down, I got pretty into it. So I don't know, it was like being able to like shred a little bit. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, not till later. I think I played from like till I was about like my early 20s till I really started thinking that it sounded like music. I met a lot of other like teachers, and they were all like mullet dudes that were kind of bad douchebag dudes. I went with a few friends to lessons, and these guys would always like use intimidation methods on them, and you could tell they were really scared that they didn't want them to show them up at all or learn anything. You know, they really didn't want them to learn anything. It was kind of a weird experience to see, because they would be so like intimidating to the student, you know. And your dad was always really understanding, and if something was beyond your capabilities, he would be like, well, we can work on this later, but there's something else that's closer to what you can do. So he would always see what you could do in the moment that you could work on for like the next week or whatever before the next lesson. And he's always really good about that, like finding the right information to give you to keep you enthused and interested, not necessarily to show you what he thought you needed to know every time, you know. He's a great guy, great teacher, probably one of the best teachers ever of anything. And yeah, there's probably a good chance I'd be dead if I didn't know your dad. Yeah. Because he really helped me through a lot of stuff, even in current times, just thinking back to, you know, lessons I've had with him. And, yeah, without ever talking about anything personal or anything, just like, you know, conceptually, he's always able to, you know, get me through some dark periods. Like my later teens, I had a kind of weird, like super sea change in my way of seeing everything, and kind of hated everything that I was listening to and hated everything that I was playing, and just wanted to stop. And but I still had such a, you know, it was always something that was like my main thing that I liked doing. So I figured before I would stop doing it, I should at least go back, see your dad, and see if he had anything to kind of keep me going on it. And at that point, he was like, "Oh, you're finally ready to learn." It was weird. It was like slow going, you know. It's not like immediate response like probably DJs get when they start messing around on their laptop. Like, it didn't happen overnight, so, you know, it took over a decade to get to where I could even get anything that sounded remotely like music to me. It was cool. It was like a good, like kind of like a surfacing of concepts in the mind, like from the abstract to the concrete, and it helped a lot. It took a long time. Just out of the 7 modes, you know, the just certain intervals that you like together. So you might like you know, like a Lydian scale, like you like it because it's major, but it has a flat 5 or sharp 4 or whatever. So it's kind of dark, but it's still a major scale, and various things like that. And you can hear it in other music, so it's like really good in identifying what I like about certain people's melodic styles and what you know, different musicians' voices are. Just trying to keep doing it instead of like work on making money all the time and earn a living and all that kind of bullshit. But I've been like pretty glad to get back into it. I go like long periods without playing, and then I'll come back to it and be like, why have I not been doing this? Because it's like fun. Something like that. The band I play in, Tenderizer, it's a metal band, so putting together harmonies, and you know, we have some stuff that's like 3 guitars, with 3 guitars tapping at the same time, that kind of stuff. And you know, to make all that harmonize and work, and understanding of chords and all that kind of stuff helps. It helps with everything. And just like if somebody's like hitting an odd note in a chord, you don't really have to figure it out by feel that much. You kind of know it by ear. You're like, oh, it's an augmented 4th, or they're playing like a major and a minor chord at the same time and that kind of thing. I've played with a lot of musicians that aren't trained on any level, and then one of the guys in that band is like has a degree in composition, and he's really good about talking about it, but he's not like into modal theory at all. But it's interesting to talk to him about it because it gives you like a common language to talk about what's going on with each chord and the changes and all that kind of thing. And but then people that don't know what it is, you have to ask them what they're doing, look at it, and then that you say it's an augmented fourth and they don't know what it means. But with people that do know it, it gives you a common language and you can cut to the chase a lot quicker without having to, it's just like being able to speak the same language as someone else.